I was supposed to have finished this video last week, but I've been procrastinating on it ever since last week. I've been thinking about doing it, but instead I keep moving the deadline, and here I am now. Does that sound familiar? Yes, that's procrastination. And here's the frustrating part. Knowing that I was procrastinating didn't make me stop it. It just made me feel worse, honestly. But here's the good news. CBT, or cognitive behavioral therapy, has some good tools that we can use to help us break this cycle and finally get things done. Hey friends, I'm David and I'm part of the Overcome team, and on this channel our goal is to help more and more people with their mental health. Today I want to share how CBT can help us overcome procrastination. Not with hacks or guilt trips, but with actual proven techniques that can help us change the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we act. If you feel like you're someone who needs support with your mental health, we at Overcome offer free mental health coaching for anyone who needs it. So you can go to the link below to sign up for your free mental health coaching now. Anyway, let's go back to the video. So let's first try to understand procrastination. Why do we procrastinate in the first place? In cognitive behavioral therapy, procrastination is not seen as laziness. It is actually a form of avoidance. We avoid tasks because they trigger uncomfortable emotions. These are emotions like overwhelm, boredom, or fear of failure. These thoughts in our heads might sound like, this is too hard, I'll never get it perfect, or I'll just do it later. And those thoughts create feelings like anxiety, dread, and self-doubt, which then leads to behaviors or actions like scrolling through TikTok, rearranging your desk, or convincing yourself that you will work better at night. But here's the trap. Every time we actually avoid something, we feel temporary relief. But then later on, the guilt kicks in. This is the guilt that makes us feel worse, which in turn makes us avoid things even more. That's the procrastination loop. You start with avoidance, you feel some relief, then you feel some guilt, and then you end up with more avoidance, creating that loop. The magic of CBT is that it helps us interrupt that cycle. If we can change how we think, we can then change how we feel, and then how we act. So here are some CBT tools for procrastination that you can try out. The first one is to catch and challenge your thoughts. So with this one, the goal is you want to notice the thought that's driving your procrastination. For example, the thought that this is too much. Instead of taking that thought and thinking of it as a fact, cognitive behavioral therapy gets you to ask, is it really too much? Or am I making it bigger in my head? Then after we catch it, we want to reframe it. You can reframe it this way. You can think, I don't need to finish this perfectly. I just need to start. Here's what I do sometimes. I'll literally write down my procrastination thought and then write a more balanced version next to it. That little shift often makes the task less threatening. CBT technique number 2 is to break the task down. So in a way, make the mountain smaller. Instead of write the whole essay, you can instead break it into steps. You can have steps like opening the document or just opening your laptop, writing a messy introduction, and then last step is to fix it later. Like I mentioned before, I'm an editor, so I remember there was a time that I was very overwhelmed with editing some footage. So I broke it down into steps. Open my laptop, open my Adobe Premiere, which I use for editing. I imported my files, and then I set it up. So I took it step by step, and eventually I was able to get started, which was honestly what I just needed. I just needed to start. Every small step creates momentum, and the momentum kills procrastination. CBT technique number 3 is to do behavioral experiments. This one is fun. So instead of assuming the worst, try to test it. Let's say your thought is, I can't focus more than 5 minutes. Fine, let's test it out. Set a timer for 5 minutes and see what happens. Most of the time, you'll surprise yourself. You'll realize that, hey, I can actually last 20 minutes with deep focus. And then that new evidence will break that belief that you're bad at focusing. It's like becoming a scientist of your own procrastination. You're testing things out and then you're creating new evidence just so you can break your previous thoughts. Technique number 4 is to replace guilt with curiosity. A lot of us procrastinate and we immediately beat ourselves up. We have thoughts like, I'm lazy, or I'm useless. But CBT instead wants us to swap that guilt for curiosity. Instead of judging yourself, you can instead ask yourself, what triggered me to avoid the task? Was it fear? Was it boredom? Was I tired? When you approach procrastination with curiosity, you learn your patterns. And once you know your triggers, you can plan around them. For me, I realize I procrastinate most when I don't know where to start. So now I always write the first step I need to do the night before. That curiosity changed my patterns, and instead I tried to investigate why I procrastinated. And then I found out why, so I started taking action, similar to what we mentioned before. The fifth and the last technique of CBT I can share with you is reward small wins. So out of everything, once you've tried everything, you experimented, you stopped judging yourself, and you instead became curious about why you procrastinate, it's time to reward yourself for your small wins. In CBT, reinforcement makes the behavior stick. If you finish a small step in your to-do list, like writing a short paragraph, celebrate it. You can take a short break, you can get a snack, or allow yourself of 5 minutes of scrolling guilt-free. But I think try to avoid scrolling at all costs since it's not really super helpful. When your brain associates progress with reward, it becomes way easier to start next time. Back then, I used to think rewards were childish, I didn't really need them. But honestly, they work. Even just telling yourself you did a good job, that's already a reward. It helps you feel like you're moving forward. So let's just pull all of it together. Procrastination is not laziness. It's about how your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors interact with each other. Cognitive behavioral therapy can just give us tools that can help us break these down or break the cycle. So you can try the tools that we shared in this video and then see if they work, and hopefully they do. If you try even just one of these tools today, you'll notice that you're gonna be building momentum slowly. And that's how real change starts. If you're still someone who's struggling with procrastination, don't worry. We at Overcome offer free mental health coaching for anyone who needs it. So you can go check out the link below in the description if you want to sign up for free mental health coaching now. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this was really helpful for you. And if you do need help, feel free to reach out. And then like and subscribe if you feel like this is helpful content for your mental health. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.